my dad's name is Mo.
Oh, really?
So they're like, hey, Mo, and then my dad's like, how do they know me? I'm like, oh, they're talking to me.
That's funny. Yeah, you went to GlenOak from Canton.
Yeah.
But that's it.
I'm a national champion.
No, I did not know that.
I am.
Welcome to Zips Nation Insider. My name is Jacob Farrar, back with another episode. We're excited about this one. Last week we talked about how we had a first-time guest from a team we hadn't had on before, and oddly enough, we're doing that again. So someone from the Spirit team, specifically cheerleading. We're excited to welcome Mahonna White.
Hi, everyone.
Mahonna, welcome. Goes by Mo. We'll call him Mo throughout the rest of the interview.
Thank you.
Mo, tell us about yourself. A lot of us may see you, in the team during a football game or a basketball game. But introduce yourself to our audience and who you are, where you're from, and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm from Canton, Ohio. I am in my second year of college. I am studying civil engineering, and I hope to become a structural engineer through civil engineering, and I'm really excited to be on this interview.
So we'll talk about that. Civil engineering, it's always amazing to me of these athletes, student athletes like yourself that have these majors that are super involved in how you're able to juggle all those things. So we'll talk about that. So grew up in Canton, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
At GlenOak High School.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk first about how you got into cheerleading, and then next is how you came to the University of Akron. So talk about cheerleading. How did you get into that?
So basically, my mom always wanted me to be in sports,
Okay.
but every time a ball came my way, I would shy away, and
Okay.
I would flinch really hard. So
Okay.
she's like, we need to find something for her to do.
Got it.
So I ended up finding cheerleading
Okay.
because my aunt and my mom watched gymnastics and a lot of the UCA sports on television.
Okay.
And I was pretty interested in that. And my mom found a local cheer club that we could join really quickly, and it didn't take up too much time.
Got it.
So after that, I started to take cheer a little bit more seriously.
Now, how old were you at that point?
I was in fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
Yes.
So starting in fourth grade, wow, my goodness.
Yeah, I fell in love immediately.
Okay.
I haven't done any other sport except for cheer since fourth grade. And I started to take cheer seriously throughout high school. And going to GlenOak High School, there's every year there's something new for
Okay.
the cheer team. There's a youth league competition
Okay.
or youth league car washes and stuff like that, just for girls to see what it's like to be a cheerleader
Okay.
and participate with
Got it.
the high school cheerleaders.
Okay. So that's, you started doing that right off the bat, fourth grade. You would start practicing with the high school, so you kind of went into that. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. All right, so cheerleading since fourth grade. What were your other options? I mean, did you want to continue at the collegiate level to do this, or what was that path look like?
The path kind of looked like, for me, a lot of teachers seen my height and seen I was mostly built muscular.
Okay.
And a lot of the track coaches tried to get me to do shot put and
Okay.
discus.
Okay.
I finally tried. It was not working.
Okay.
I did not like it. And I was so surprised that I didn't like it because I thought I was going to hate the workouts.
Sure.
But I actually loved going
Okay.
and working out with them. But once we were out in the cold, in the rain, and with no gear.
The realities of a track.
Yeah, no. That was a really
Okay.
grimy spring.
So then cheerleading. So what's the recruiting process to come cheer here? How did that go through?
So a lot of the cheerleaders on the Akron cheer team at the time of about 24 and 23 were also from Canton, Ohio.
Okay.
So there was one girl who graduated from GlenOak and cheered at Akron, so I had an inside source of what it's actually like and not what it's actually promoted to be.
Got it.
So she told me that she really liked it a lot and that she could put in a good word in for me and that she could send me the clinics. So clinics are basically where you go and you work with the team a little bit and they teach you some things and the coaches can see what you can do.
Got it.
And they would recruit a person from there if they were a senior in high school. I started going my junior year and just started showing my face so that Coach Tim could see me and see what I can do. And just because I wasn't ready at the time doesn't mean I wasn't going to be able to try out.
Sure. And then obviously Akron, known for engineering and programs like that. Did you know that Akron was the place, or the academics, or which kind of came first? I'm going to go to Akron because academics and I can cheer, or I can go to Akron to do cheer, but then I can also do the academics, if that makes sense.
So in high school, we have career techs. I was in career tech with animation graphic design.
Oh, wow.
I did an internship with the athletic director, making signs and posters.
Okay.
My teacher graduated from Akron
Okay.
through animation, graphic, and design.
Okay.
So I wanted to go there for that reason.
Got it.
But then I was like, I already did it. And I already have a license for it. So I'm like, I'm just going to try something new.
Okay.
I've already have been interested in architecture,
Okay.
but I knew that Akron didn't have an architecture
Sure.
program.
Yep.
So I just decided to go with civil engineering because that's like a way to help people and make sure
Okay.
things are safe,
Got it.
and also having that design and art
Sure.
aspect of architecture.
Sure. And then after you made the decision from attending Akron for academics, did the cheer just kind of fall in line for that?
Yes, cheer just fell in line
Oh, awesome.
because they were looking for back spots, which
Okay.
is my position.
Okay, we're going to get into that. Like, I want to
Okay.
learn about the position. So there was an opportunity in your position.
Yes.
And then, so again, it kind of all, to that point of all falling in line,
Yeah.
you're going to be able to do the education that you wanted, the academics that you wanted, and then also from a cheer perspective. All right, so you talked about the position. So for those that aren't familiar with cheerleading, like myself,
Yes.
there are positions. So let's walk through some of the positions. You just said your position is back spot.
Yes.
What is that?
So a back spot is the person in the back of the all-girl quad,
Okay.
which has a total of 4 people in the stunt. My job is to make sure the stunt stays up.
Okay.
If like something goes wrong, I can hurry up and lift so that the bases can have that weight lifted off of them so
Okay.
they can fix whatever needs to
Got
be
it.
fixed in that small of an increment of time.
Got it. So it's almost a safety position, right? You're making
Yeah.
sure that something bad doesn't happen.
Yes.
Okay, so and that's your position. Is that something you've always done as you've been in cheerleading?
Yes, I have always been a back spot. Throughout my career, the coaches always say versatile, so they could see me 5'9", standing on the side,
Yeah.
trying to base with someone
sure.
that's like 5'7".
That works out. All right, so you mentioned a couple of other terms. So I want to make sure I looked up cheerleading terms. Again, this is something that I'm not as familiar with. So I'm going to say some of these, and then you just kind of give a brief description of what those
Okay.
are. Okay. So you mentioned stunts. What is a stunt in
A
cheerleading?
stunt is where 4 people or 2 people, co-ed style, come together and they show off a bunch of cool tricks.
Okay.
So, like, just something to even showcase palms, signs. Like, they have a lot of props in the air sometimes, and
Okay.
sometimes even they are the prop.
Okay. So that's stunt. Basket toss.
A basket toss is where you throw someone in the air and you hope to catch them when they come
Okay.
down.
Okay, you hope. We're going to talk about where the things have not gotten well again in our conversation. But basket toss is just literally the act of throwing someone in the
Yes.
air, and then the back spot or other people are basically catching them as they come.
Yes, no matter what skill they're doing,
Okay.
they could be doing like 5 spins in the air. We catch them the same.
And those people are called flyers. Is that correct?
Yes, the people in the air.
People that you throw.
Yes, the people I
You're
throw.
not as a back spot though. You're not throwing. You're just catching. Are you throwing?
I'm throwing and catching.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a flyer is someone. So if you're watching at a basketball game, a football game, the person in the air is called a flyer, and that is a position on the cheer team.
Yes.
Okay. Back spot we talked about. All right. Last question, as far as a term, spiriting. What does spiriting mean?
Spiriting means to show school spirit, engaging the crowd in
Okay.
anything that we do.
Okay.
Whether it's yelling out our colors, whether it's yelling at the other team when they're taking a foul shot, whether it's yelling at the refs for making a dumb call.
Okay. Have you ever gotten into trouble for spiriting?
Absolutely not.
No. You've not said anything.
I'm very
never,
safe.
Never crossed the line in your spiriting.
No. And the microphone for the little ESPN guys are right there, and I know my mom's at home right there watching. I do
So you're
not want to get in
making sure-
trouble.
Making sure. Well, that's good. That's good. So spiriting is just that of really getting the crowd excited about the event. Okay.
And like leading.
Leading. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a term that I had not heard before, spiriting. So I wanted to make sure I asked that. All right. So we've seen you specifically, but the team. We see you at football games, basketball games. Talk about the practice. What kind of goes into a week, especially when there may be even multiple. At some point, we have football and basketball at the same time. So talk about kind of your typical work week. You got classes in there. How do you balance all of that stuff?
I have this whiteboard calendar at home, and I just every hour of my day is scheduled. Every hour of my day is scheduled. Sometimes it starts with class, sometimes it starts with cheer, sometimes it starts with workouts, and sometimes at the end of the day, I'm going to work as well.
Got it.
Yeah.
So do you guys practice then every day of the week in the morning? How does that work with the team?
We practice usually Monday and Wednesday during
Okay.
the fall semester,
Okay.
and practices pick up in the spring semester with March Madness and national season. We try to find a lot of spaces to go because I know we can get kicked out of the jar.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
So there isn't a dedicated space at this point. Okay. Okay. Fingers crossed. Maybe that's something in the future.
Yeah.
All right. So what are some misconceptions of cheerleading that people get wrong? Not that they're doing it on purpose, but
Yeah.
they just don't understand about cheerleading.
A lot of people think that cheerleading is dance, and a
Okay.
lot of people think dance is cheer, and they think that they're same things. But cheer is different than dance because we're doing a lot of stunts, and dance is different than cheer because they're doing a lot of personal stunts and flips and turns, and they all have to be synchronized
Okay.
as
Okay.
well.
Okay. So besides that, is there anything? I mean, obviously the different positions. I think everyone probably thinks of cheerleading as just, there's one person, they just do the cheer and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the motion, but I just did one. But there's also probably the different positions. They probably don't know that there's different roles on the team. And as far as recruiting goes, does a team recruit specifically for those positions? Like, hey, we had a flyer that graduated. We need to find a new flyer.
Yeah, we specifically recruit positions and the way that they blend with the team. Usually when we recruit one person, they come to a practice and we see how they like it and how we like it as well. Like sometimes we'll talk after the practice and how it went with that person and determine if their recruitment process continues.
Okay. So we talk a lot about, with the other student athletes that we have about the team culture and what that is like from, the coaches trying to instill in seniors and the upperclassmen trying to help with the culture. Talk a little bit about the team culture from a cheerleading perspective. I'm sure that's just as important as any other sports team on campus.
So I believe that the team culture is like we get in and get to it.
Okay.
Like we all make sure that we're hyping each other up and supporting each other at all times, no matter what's going, no matter how many people are going.
Okay.
And I believe that we all definitely support each other with like hard, tough love.
Got it,
And like
got
we always push each other far, really far, because we know like some people have personal limits, but we know that they can do better.
Sure. Do you, and some of the teams do this kind of the off season. So do you, from an off season perspective, what are you doing with that with cheer? Are you guys coming together? I know that there's the big competitions, down in the national competitions, but those are still, the school year still kind of going at that point. What does the off season look like from a cheer perspective?
There is no off season.
No off season.
So after the competition, we come back.
Okay.
There's 2 weeks, and then we're trying out, and we're going right into summer practices all over again.
So summer practices specifically with the University of Akron.
Yes.
Okay, so there is no off season. Now,
Year
how do you
round.
fit in with your academics? I don't know if you're at the internship perspective, but how does that fit into trying to do some of those more academic things during the off season?
We definitely take time to always find a tutor, and a lot of the upperclassmen have been here for a long time, so they always help us as well.
Okay.
And I definitely find time like during halftime or like before practice, because like the jar has a lot of rooms.
Yeah.
So like there's some small rooms that we can go to and talk about certain homework, or like in the library we can meet up as well.
Got it. So there's always time for the academic stuff.
Yeah.
So and you mentioned kind of the older upperclassmen. Do you have, for your perspective, you in your second year here, is there like a mentor or a student that you kind of look up to that helps you with that?
There's one student that helps me. She always helps me with my homework, and it's actually a benefit to her too, because she's about to be a science teacher.
Okay.
And I'm really bad at science.
Well, you kind of need that in
Yes.
civil engineering. Okay.
If I don't pass science, I'm not going to be an engineer.
There you go. Minor detail. But does she also help you with from a cheerleading perspective as well?
Yes, she also helps me with a cheerleading perspective, because she has been here for a long time and has been through a lot of coaches.
Okay.
And like I remember my freshman year, I was trying out and I was crying
Okay.
like the whole time. And she was like, "You're a beast. You're gonna be fine. I promise you. You've made the team before you even know it."
Yeah, got it. Well, it's good to have someone for that. All right, so we've kind of talked a little bit about the national competitions. So, again, we're here with Mo White, member of the cheerleading team here at the University of Akron. And we've talked about, we got the football season that goes into the basketball season, and then there's March Madness. But there's also something going on for you guys. You talked about the national competition. So talk about that, because I think that's maybe another misconception that people, that once basketball's over, you're done. But you're not. You still have routines, still have things. And this is, I don't know, in your mind, is it more, I mean, it's probably more important, I hate to say it that way, on an importance level than maybe even some of the things you do for basketball and football.
So the national season starts in November.
Okay.
So
you've already in that.
Yeah, we're deep in it right now. So when Kent State football game is happening and like basketball is rolling around, we've already made the team and we're already going through choreography. Around January through March Madness is when it gets really crazy, because we don't know if certain people have cheered 5 days in a row because we've had practice, March game, and like the tournaments and stuff. So nationals definitely gets really hefty, and we're like looking for spaces to go because we need that practice time, because there's only a certain amount of time that we can be in the jar.
So in addition to basketball games, and there can be multiple basketball games in a week for men's and women, there's also the practice that's going into preparing for the national competition. And it's not like something that it's the same every year. You're doing a whole new routine every year. So there's a lot of things to remember.
Yeah, there's new routines, new people, rookies, people who like come during fall tryouts and just get like right rolling, and they didn't have that summertime to like have a laid back cheer season, but they're just like rolling.
So, but they're part of the process for the national competition.
Yes, this process this year has been a little bit more tough because we had 4 new boys recruited that have never done cheer, and I'm really proud of them.
Thrown right into it, I guess.
Thrown right into it.
Oh my goodness.
They don't even know what a competition is.
So let's talk about Daytona. So you guys go down. Now, do you have to qualify in advance, or does everyone goes down? And talk a little bit about that process.
In the summertime, we have to go to a cheer camp, and they evaluate us for 3 days to see if we are worth a bid.
So even if you've done it the year before, you still have to re-qualify for a bid?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to re-qualify for a bid, and then that bid is like an entry ticket for us to register for that competition that's going to happen all the way in April.
Got it. So the team's done well, right?
Yes, the team has done really well. In the previous year, my senior year of high school, when they were going, they competed advance, and they did a little bit less great than they thought they were able to. But my freshman year, we had a new coach. We had all new, like a whole new mindset, basically. So we like wanted to go into Daytona competing a different division, which is intermediate D1 co-ed A, and we were 3rd place. We were in the winner's circle.
Oh, wow.
Varsity posted us
so
and everything.
Freshman year?
Yes, freshman year.
Started off with a bang.
I had to. I had to come back with some hardware.
There we go. Well, yeah, you got to leave with some hardware. I love that. But you're all back. In other words, like you have to compete again that next year. You have to make a bid.
You have to come harder again because people are gunning for you. You're top 3, so people are automatically shooting for that top 3rd spot, I guess you could say. So they're like, oh, we don't have to just beat number 1. We have to beat number 3, number 2, and everyone that comes in our way.
So it's pretty. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of schools. So there's a lot of people that are trying to get to that spot.
Yeah.
So how are things looking for this year? I mean, do you feel confident of where you guys are at, or is there still a lot of work to do?
We're in between. We're on track. We're on track. We can say we're on track.
There's still some things to tighten up.
And there's still like some stalking goes into it too.
Some stalking? What do you mean? Like checking out what the other teams are doing?
Yeah, see what they're doing, because there's 2 major competitions. There's UCA and NCA. If you compete UCA, you can't compete NCA. The team that got number 1 last year competed UCA. So we're trying to see if they're going to go to NCA.
Oh, wow.
So we're watching them.
A little bit more drama than I would expect from
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are there any other schools in the MAC that also are at kind of this level? Or is it just kind of Akron that is?
Definitely Bowling Green.
Okay.
They're really good. They won last year at UCA. Kent State is an all-girl team, so it's easy to combine practices with them and like cheer each other on because we're not competing against each other.
Got it. Okay. You're right. Now that I think about the Kent State team, it's interesting. Never noticed that before. All right. So one of the things that I was curious, and I actually always ask my family questions. I tell them who I'm going to interview, and they're like, "Okay, what's a question I should ask?" So one of the questions that, this is from my wife actually,
Okay.
was, and this is kind of more for, the people that are watching, kind of the cheer moms, cheer dads. They're
Yes.
both. Those that have a young cheerleader at home.
Yeah.
Kind of some advice for them as far as, competitive cheer versus school cheerleading. What do you have for those that are probably watching that they have someone that's in cheerleading as a child, as a kid?
I believe that young cheerleaders should try both.
Okay.
They should try both all-star cheer and high school cheer to see which one they like, because a lot of people like one or the other, and some people do both. I remember my junior year, I did all-star cheer and school cheer.
Okay.
And you just have to have that relationship with the coaches to see if they're like willing to work with your schedule and to see if they're willing to work with the workload that you have.
Got it. So you can either do either or if you want to, you can do both. So your recommendation, if they can do both, that there's good experience coming from both.
For sure.
So what advice would you give to, you're at a Division I school, cheerleading, your fourth grade, if you could look back your fourth grade self, just some advice to give to, kind of where you're at now.
Start tumbling soon. Start tumbling soon.
Yeah.
Because I didn't start taking cheer seriously, and then I started taking cheer seriously like 16, and I'm like, oh, this is hard.
A little too late?
Because like when you're younger, you're not scared of anything. You're going to go for everything and like throw every skill. When you're 16, you're like, I could hurt myself. I could die. I could hurt my neck.
So fear kind of creeps in.
Yeah, at that age.
So for those that are watching with young cheerleaders at home, start tumbling early from a experienced college cheerleader. All right. So this is the part where we ask all of our guests the same questions, but it's just kind of fun to learn a little bit more about you. Do you have any rituals or superstitions? Things that you need to do that go well in a either at a sporting event, if you're cheering at either basketball, football game, or even in Daytona?
I have to have my headphones on and I have to listen to NBA YoungBoy. It's an absolute must. Like, we have this big JBL speaker that we got for Christmas as a team. I need my headphones. Or
so the speaker's going for the whole team.
Yes.
You're like, I got to separate myself.
I need my headphones, or unless you want to give me the phone and I play YB right now.
Okay, but that is, you have to do that, regardless if it's a football game, basketball game,
competition, showcase, appearance, clinic with kids.
So is this even like just before you go on, up until you're listening until the door opens and you go?
Yeah,
All right. So another question we like to ask is, if we're going to visit you, we call it, this is our hometown pizza. If we're going to Canton, Ohio, just down the road, where are we getting pizza in Canton, Ohio? Where's your pizza place you'd go to celebrate a great cheerleading? Do you have a pizza place?
Pizza oven.
Pizza oven.
Yeah, it's like a really weird one, but like our high school always like just gave that out, and I'm just like obsessed with it now.
So pizza oven.
Yeah.
What's your order? What are you getting at pizza oven?
Just a regular pepperoni cheese. Pizza.
And the fact that it's just down the road, like we have athletes. Last week was from Germany, so it's gonna be tough to go to a German pizza place.
Yeah.
But in Canton, we can just go down pizza oven, pepperoni pizza. All right.
Yes.
So Mo, this is our rapid fire segment. Okay. So
Okay.
first thing that comes into your mind. What's your favorite game day chant?
Let's go Zips. Do I have to do the motions?
No, you don't. Let's go Zips. Okay. If you could cheer for any professional sports team for a day, what would it be?
Probably the Lakers.
The Lakers?
Yeah, I want to see LeBron James.
The Lakers. All right, what's the toughest stunt or move to learn?
A bofo, a back handspring full up. I can't get it. It's all on me.
That's your move and you can't get it?
The most difficult skill for me to do?
Yeah, and that's the one that everyone relies on you?
Oh, a full up hand in hand.
Full up hand in hand?
Yeah, it's like she spins to the top, and then that we front flip out, and we also have a hand in hand where she's like in a handstand and she like goes to her feet.
But the bofo.
I will get it. At my tryout, I will be doing a bofo.
Okay. Who's your favorite Zips athlete to watch?
My favorite Zips athlete to watch is probably Tavari Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tavari's fun to watch. I agree with that. That's a good one. If you weren't cheering, you talked a little bit about sports before. If you weren't cheering, what sport would you play? None? Watching? You talked about your athletic prowess before of flinching.
I think I would probably do golf.
Golf. There you go.
It's pretty calm.
Do you have a hidden talent your teammates don't know about that they will know now?
They know everything.
You know, you're an open book?
I'm an open book.
You don't have any hidden talents?
I don't think so.
Okay. What's one thing that's always in your cheer bag?
Tape and pre-wrap.
Tape and pre-wrap.
Yeah.
Tape and pre-wrap. Do you have guilty pleasure television?
The Vampire Diaries.
The Vampire Diaries?
It's constantly on.
Okay. Last rapid fire. What's your go-to road trip snack?
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Last question for Mo White, member of the cheerleading team. What does it mean to represent the Zips every time you step on the field or court?
It means to be a leader and lead your teammates and your crowd and your parents and the people that support you the most at all times.
You represent the team. Like I said, there's people that probably know the cheerleaders more than they know or see the cheerleaders, especially in football. You can't see faces, but we can see you guys out on the field. So that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Mo, for being here on Zips Nation Insider. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.